What's going on, guys? I am back with some more Flash Jackson Road to the Show. I've been playing a lot of this lately. It's been one of my favorite things to play. And although I'm not very good right now, I'm only batting .215 with Flash. I'm improving, and right now the Generals are 11-15 in the second half of the season, looking to possibly turn it around. We're going to begin this episode. Tigers trading Austin Jackson for Franklin Gutierrez along with a pitcher. And now Flash is doing some batting training, trying to get some good at-bats. You can see here he just grounds out double play. And well, what can you do when you get wheelhouse contact, perfect timing, good stride, and the attributes once they get up? Hopefully, when I make solid contact like that, they'll be in the gap and not right at the shortstop. And you can see here that one's lined to left, and that's going to be a solid hit. I did not get the 5 great at-bats or whatever you needed in there, but it was nice to work on the skills and have some practice. But to the game now. Jackson driving a pitch to left, and that one's got some air under it, but it is playable. Jackson not known for his power quite yet, but he gives that one a ride. Bottom of the 5th now, 2 on, 2 out, 2-1 pitch, and Jackson's going to hit that one pretty lazy to right field, so no RBI there. Starts this episode with an 0 for 4 performance, only batting .212 at the moment. Bases loaded next game, opportunity to break this game wide open. Jackson takes a ball outside. And so now the count is in his favor, 2-0, but I got to swing at that, and I hit it right to the pitcher. Come on, Flash, bases are loaded. He is not getting very many good at-bats with runners in scoring position. 0 for 5 in this game as the average continues to go down. And now we're going to work on the contact and just try to get those hitting attributes better. He's been hitting a lot better against lefties, but I've noticed in AA, it's like 90% right-handed pitchers that he faces. And here a righty throws a curveball out of the zone. It's 2-0, and I'm taking all the way here. Change up outside. I need a walk for an advancement goal. Come on, 3-0, taken all the way, and come on, ump. That was a ball. Strike 1 called, so now 3-1. Still looking for the walk. And okay, I'm fine with that one. That slider's low and inside, but 3-2 now. Jackson's got to protect the plate. And that slider, come on, ump. The game does not want me to walk and get my goal complete, so Jackson strikes out. Later, bottom of the 5th, 2 on, and nobody out. Jackson takes 2-0, and I'm going to swing at that because that's a pitch I like. And, well, great play by the third baseman, and the runner's going to be out. So Jackson, when he's making good contact, has usually been at people. So I'm just thinking with the attributes increasing, hopefully things can improve. He gets moved over to second, and then a hit to left field is going to bring Jackson all the way around to score. And now we fast forward to the bottom of the 6th, a runner on first. The Generals right now with a comfortable 7-0 lead as Jackson hits it to third base, on to second, and then they're going to turn 2. Jackson, when I get his speed faster, hopefully there's no more double plays. I think his speed is like in the low 60s, not very fast. He's a little faster than Champ Kind if you watch Not As Fan, but the advancement goal period is over. Not a very good showing, and the manager says, "You've left me no choice. Get on the bench, Flash, because you have not proved yourself worthy of starting for a AA ball club with your little over 200 average and not getting the RBIs and walks." So now it's a lot more simple. Play discipline and durability, and then getting 1 walk and 3 RBIs. We should be able to do this, and maybe this is the wake-up call Flash needs. And it took him a while to get some playing time, but now he's in the starting lineup, takes a ball, looking for that walk right away perhaps, as it's now 3-0. I'm taking all the way here. I usually don't swing at 3-0 pitches, and they're usually ones like that I like to drive into the gap, but 3-1 now. I still usually take with this count, but I got to swing at that one, an inside pitch, and I was a little late on it, and I pop it up. It's going to go to short right field, and Jackson gets no walk. 2-1 now. We're later in the game, and Jackson's down the third base line, and there he's going to get an RBI, so that's 1 out of 3. Jackson only needs 3, but his time is going to be played sparingly, and now they move him to left field. They're so mad at him he's not even going to be allowed to play center field when he does get the chance, but he's over here making a routine play and then throwing it in. So Jackson, the left fielder now, part-time, only on the bench, as Montgomery's winning this game 13-7, takes a fastball low and outside, 3-0. I'm ready again. Come on, fastball. That one's 84 miles an hour. Could have crushed that one. 3-1. Take the fastball outside part of the plate. That's a strike. So now full count. Still looking for the walk. Come on, Flash. And I get rung up looking. I'm trying to take the walk. You can't walk if they throw strikes. I'm trying to get them to throw it outside, but you could see earlier when the situation happened, the ump called it a strike anyways. So now new game, and Jackson, there's a nice hit to left field, but a great play by that left fielder is going to rob Jackson of a hit. Now 2-0, top of the 5th. Jackson takes outside a changeup, 3-0 again, like the 4th time this episode. And of course, there's the strike that always comes right over the middle of the plate. 3-1, and there we go, we get the walk. So that goal is out of the way. I haven't taken many walks, so my eye is getting a little bit better. I've never played much MLB The Show, but I'm improving, I would have to say, after about 300 at-bats this year in Road to the Show. Jackson later just grounds out. Top of the 9th. General's looking for some insurance in the 9th inning, and Jackson drives a single up the middle, and that will score the runner coming around. And there's another RBI for Jackson, as that's now 2 out of 3. He's playing better with his bench role, but we want to get him back into the starting lineup. And then Jackson trying to steal, and he is thrown out. So I got to get the speed higher because I'm getting decent jumps, I would have to think, but just not getting steals. They're throwing really good. They have really good catchers down here in AA. They're pretty much major leaguers already. But the manager got mad at me again and says, don't base run on your own anymore. So now I'm stuck on the bench playing left field, and I can't steal. So pretty much I just got to start getting better, and we're going to work on the plate discipline. Only had to increase it 1 time, and so hopefully getting some points quickly, I can work on other attributes with the leftover time. And then they tell me to go practice my base running. And can you guys please tell me, what does base running aggressiveness even do? I think I understand base running ability. I understand speed, of course, but what is base running aggressiveness? That just, to me, that sounds like something that's like like how frequently you steal or something, or how often you try to get the extra bases. Jackson gets a single there, helping the average a little bit. Still playing left field, ranging towards the foul line, and then gets the out and throws it back into the infield, getting acquainted to this new position. Bottom 4th, the bases are loaded, and Jackson, that's a base hit through the infield by Short, and that one is going to try to score 2, and the second run comes home. So Jackson, done with the walks, done with play discipline, done with the RBIs. It's been a good session, possibly the wake-up call Jackson needed. He's definitely playing better as of right now, but does not score after being on base. Now we go back, some more outfield play. Jackson going all the way back to the wall. It's pretty shallow, though, only 340 as Jackson makes that catch on the run on the warning track. So now, bottom of the 6th, runners at the corners, and there's Jackson. A little dribbler to the pitcher, and that run is going to be out. So I just don't want to hit like that anymore. I want to make better contact, hit him into the outfield, and hopefully that just comes by getting my attributes better. So the goals are now done, a week to go, and I have some time to work on my contact and other attributes. Jackson hits a single back up the middle. That's a solid hit. That's what I want to see there. The center fielder messed around with it, and Jackson's going to try to stretch us into a double, and he does get the second. I'm not sure if that is a double, actually, but he moves over to third base, and then a pitch is going to hit in the infield, and they get the double play, but Jackson does score to get the Generals' first run of the game. It's now 2-1 Generals. Flash hits one right back up the middle. Before, I was only getting really good contact going to left field, and now I'm getting solid contact going to center. So now I think my focus has to be my timing on outside pitches, as here's Jackson, one to right center. That one's going to fall in the gap and go close to the wall, and Jackson is in with a double. So an extra base hit, and I got greedy. I'm going to third. I hesitated, and, well, that was not a good hesitation. So Jackson, no first triple yet. He does drive a run in. He goes 3 for 4 in this game with an RBI average at 216 now. It is improving. Not a great average, but I just want improvement. And now I was using my points to work on skills that were decreasing a little bit. I don't want anything to decrease, so I'll just work on those and focus on contact later. There's a nice hit to left field. That's been my best, kind of where most of my hits have been going recently. I've been able to jump on those pitches quickly and hit them to left field. And now Jackson, he's going to try to go around and score, but the fly ball is caught, and the Generals go down in this game 5-2 as Jackson has a 1 for 4 performance with 2 strikeouts. Playing the Biscuits once again, been playing them a lot recently. Take a curveball for strike 3. That's still a pitch I have a lot of trouble reading, and so hopefully that just gets better over time. Just the repetition, seeing the angle of the curveball. Hopefully I get used to it soon, but definitely getting a lot more hits ever since the bench roll. So this was definitely what Jackson needed. Top of the 4th, bases loaded, huge opportunity, and he is going to line out to second. So still, those clutch hits are not happening right now. Later in the game, it's bottom of the 5th, and Jackson with the bases loaded trying to go back and catch his fly ball. And is there a way to make him stop looking at the ball, because he's going to run a lot faster if his head isn't turned around and he's running all awkwardly, as they score 3 runs on that double. So now it's 5-5 as Jackson drives one to the gap, but there's the right fielder getting in front of it before it can go too far, and Jackson will hold with a single. And then with 2 outs, 1-2 pitch is going to be hitting the infield. And that's a pretty easy play. Flip it to second base, and the threat is done. Not much of a threat, actually. But top of the 8th, the Generals are up 6-5. And bases loaded. Jackson has an outside pitch that he's going to take to the shortstop. And he is just thrown out, almost an infield hit. And Montgomery does go on to win this game. But Jackson has another multi-hit performance, 2 for 5, working on power. Now, that was an accident. I thought I was working on contact. That was a complete accident. But you can see in the last 10 games batting .227, that's after 4 offers, so it's getting better. So thank you to those who have been watching Jackson struggle and are being very patient as he hits one out on the left field line, and that one's going to be just foul. Sometimes I get jumpy and I just hit that pitch too quickly and it ends up going foul, as now Jackson's going to ground out. Nice play by the first baseman to just get the out, kind of a high throw. Top of the 3rd now, Jackson back up the middle. Second baseman, there's a nice play, but that one's over his head. He couldn't jump high enough that time, as Jackson will reach on an error. And now the third base coach giving me the leg swipe, and that means he wants Jackson to take off and show what he can do on the base pass. So not a very good jump, almost stumbles, and then the ball is going to be hit to left field, and so Jackson's got to go all the way back. So no steal right now. But Flash is back at first base, and I want to go after this again. So the 0-1 pitch, Jackson takes off, does not stumble, and he is out. I mean, his speed is just a little too slow. So, top of the 5th, Jackson at bat, and whoa, what am I swinging out of there? That fastball's very high, so now it's 0-2. Don't want to strike out, and Jackson fouls one off. He is staying alive now. 0-2 pitch again. This time, backing him off the plate. Doesn't want Jackson to get too greedy. He wants him to look at this pitch and strike out, but he's going to ground out instead to the shortstop. Flips it on to first, and Jackson is retired. So top of the 7th, Jackson is up 3-0. I say Jackson a lot because Jackson obviously plays for the Generals. But anyways, a beautiful play by the second baseman will get Flash out. I mean, I just got to get the speed up a couple of points so I can get some of those infield hits and not get out on great plays by these infielders, as Jackson once again has more stealing training, and I'm working on getting a better jump because I think I could do a lot better in that department and make up for a little bit of a lack of speed. As Jackson there, he's safe, and base running aggressiveness continues to go up. Not sure exactly what that is, and I try to slide feet first because you guys were telling me to do that because it's faster than diving head first, but no matter what I do with the right stick, it always does the same exact animation. Base running aggressiveness goes way up, and then see here, overachiever, and I'm back in the everyday starting role. So Flash, Jackson, this was the wake-up call. Can this be beneficial? We'll see in the next episode. We're almost to the end of the season, probably 2 more episodes before we get that far, but I'm having a ton of fun playing this, so thank you to all who are supporting this series. My first real baseball series. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Batting .216 right now, improving, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.